Are we live? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are on live.
Okay. So, namaste everyone. Thank you for joining again. We are again back at Hindustan Republican Global Program, which is hosted by the organization Global, Hindustan Republican Global. So, let me tell you about the organization. So, Hindustan Republican is a global movement aimed at preservation of the heritage of the Krantikaris and the INA, along with bringing and promoting retired army personnel with public leadership qualities inclusive of political roots. Historically, Hindustan Republican Association was founded by Krantikari Pandit Ram Prasad Bishnil and operationalized by Sri Sachindranath Salyal at Varanasi. So we are again back with another distinguished speaker. And now today, our topic, the topic which we chose, is about a young guy who led his life for the country at a very young age. So, as we know, many must be aware of the name of the freedom fighter which I am going to take. It's Khudiram Bose, right? So, Khudiram Bose, the boy who smiled at the gallows. So, in order to enlighten us about the life of Khudiram Bose and the sacrifice he made, the supreme sacrifice he made, to be precise, we have with us Mr. Mrinal Palji. So Mr. Mrinal Pal was born, and let me first introduce our guest to you all. So Mr. Mrinal Pal was born and raised in the suburban town of Bardhaman. He completed both his undergraduate and postgraduate medical studies at Calcutta Medical College and is currently serving as an associate professor at Bardhaman Medical College. A lifelong enthusiast of literature and cinema, Mrinal Palji developed a passion for writing from an early age. His first published book, Prometheus of the Revolution, Ras Bihari Bose, reflects his deep interest in history and revolutionary figures. Particularly fascinated by 19th century Calcutta, he often explores this subject in his writings. He is a regular contributor to the Facebook page Smriti's Sohar Bardhaman, the city of memories, Bardhaman. That roughly translates to, where he shares his reflections and historical insights. So, Namaste, Mrinal Palji. We are again,
Thank you.
we are meeting for the second time consecutively. Uh, so if you can take over the platform and enlighten us about the life of Khudiram Bose.
Okay. So I am really thankful to you
You're
and
on
your
mute.
organization for giving opportunity. Am I audible, sir?
Hello.
Hello, am I audible? Sir, am I audible?
You're on.
Okay, thank you. So I am thankful to you and your organization for giving me the opportunity to tell us something regarding this great freedom fighter, Khudiram Bose. I'm just telling very briefly regarding his life. Actually, he was an Indian nationalist from Bengal presidency who opposed British rule in India. And he was famous for his role in Muzaffarpur conspiracy case. He, along with Prafulla Chandra Chaki, actually they threw a bomb to kill magistrate Douglas Kingsport. And he was sentenced to death for this attempt assassination of this British judge. And Magistrate Kingsport was seated in a different carriage, and he was lucky enough to save his life. But two British women, they are both are very innocent. They are killed by this incident. And Khudiram Bose was arrested and trialed for murder of these two women. Ultimately, he was being sentenced to death by hanging. And he was one of the first Indian revolutionaries of Bengal or also in India to be executed by this British. So we are lucky to say about this great freedom fighter. So have you any specific questions, sir? Others, do you have any specific question regarding him?
We have actually, I have some. The audience might
Yes,
ask
sir.
some, but if you can continue for few minutes, and then we can again, start the question answer session.
Can I share my screen?
Sure, sure. Just a minute. I am giving you the permission. Now you have. Hello, Mrinal Padhi.
So today's topic, Khudiram, the boy who smiled at the gallows. This is the secret. Hello,
Yeah.
am I audible?
Your screen is
This
visible.
internet is
Yes.
very unstable here. So this is
Yeah, you
a
can cut.
symbol, Anushilan Samiti, the first secret society of Bengal, we know. And this is a picture of this great martyr, Khudiram Bose. He was born in 3rd December 1889 in Habibpur, a small village in Medinipur district of that Bengal presidency. And his parents, father was Sri Toilokanath Bose and his mother was Lokhipriya Devi. Both are his father was a government employee at that time. He's Tehsildar at that time. And he lost his mother and father at a very early age, at the age of 6. He lost his mother at the age of 6, and after that, at the age of 7, around 7, he lost his father. So actually, was orphaned at this very small age, and what happens? His elder daughter, elder sister Apurupa Devi, and his husband, that is brother-in-law of Khudiram Bose, that is Amritalal Rai, both are actually raised him. And he was from the very beginning, he was very much influenced by the nationalist literature and leaders like Aurobindo Ghosh, Marinder Kumar Ghosh. They often visit Medinipur, Kathi district, and all related small towns of Medinipur. And he was very much influenced by Satyendranath Bose. He is actually Krantikari Guru, Satyendranath Bose. And he was become a nationalist, and he became fearless patriotism. The thing is that he actually sacrificed his life for the sake of his country. So this is a very new concept at that time. At the early of 20th century, he actually in 1903, at this time, he was admitted in the school, that is Tomluk Hamilton School, the very famous school at that time. Now it is also very famous. And he came in contact with Satyendranath Bose at that time, and he was the guru of Khudiram Bose, and he provided him the literature. He actually influenced by Karmajog, that is written by Vivekananda, and also the literature written by Bankim Chandra Anandamath, the that great novel, and also certain literature on patriotism, of also the writings of that time, Aurobindo Ghosh, that comes in or published in Bande Mataram, that is the magazine, or Bhavani Bhavan, another magazine, that is all published in that time. So he was influenced by those writings also. And he actually had the dream that like Mazzini and Garibaldi, one day with the help of any weapon, he will do some kranti. He will kill, he wanted to kill some British. And he never believed in the wordy politics of Congress. That is the middle-sided politics that was actually conferred at that time by Congress. He did not believe in this thing. What happens, and Surendranath Bandyopadhyay, the time he was the president of Congress, he came in Medinipur for attending a meeting regarding any in a school, like in a school opening, that is the foundation day of that school. He came there, and Khudiram has so openly protest that we don't believe in your politics of Congress. The ORD politics is not effective now. Now we have to do some sacrifice. We have to kill our enemies. We have to prepare ourselves with the weapon, and we will do something that is called Kranti in actual sense, so that we can actually gain the independence. So this is the actual policy, actually the moral of that small boy. That is, he was then teenager then. And now this is the nutshell is life. Now you can ask me questions.
Sure. If you can turn off the screen share. Sure.
I will stop sharing now.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, let us allow the audience to ask questions. Then I will be asking you some of the questions that I have. So if anyone
Yes.
wants to ask. Okay, so one question is about the Muzaffarpur. It's Muzaffarpur, not Muzaffarnagar. So it's
Muzaffarpur, yeah.
so one question is related to the Muzaffarpur bomb attack. So what
Mhm.
inspired Khudiram Bose to do the attack? What is the major event? What is the major event that forced Khudiram Bose to take this take this heavy step?
Okay. So actually, in the early days of 20th century, uh, Aurobindo Ghosh came into the field of freedom fighter. As if you know that DC Aurobindo is actually the father of Indian philosophy of revolution, and he left his study. He also denied ICS examination, and he came to India and took. His service in the Baroda. He had a close relationship with the Maharaja of Baroda, and there he met Thakur Sahib. Much is not known about this Thakur Sahib, but he was the one of the founder of the Indian Krantikari, this philosophy, Krantikari philosophy. He was the one of the founder, and Aurobindo Ghosh actually made there Jyotindranath Bandyopadhyay. Mind this, he is Bandyopadhyay, not Mukhopadhyay. Jyotindranath Mukhopadhyay is Bagha Jatin. He is killed in the war in the Buribalam in Odisha. But this is a different person. He is Jyotindranath Bandyopadhyay. Later, he was known as Niralamba Shani after taking the sannyas. So, this Jyotirnath Bandyopadhyay was a great organizer. He met Aurobindo Ghosh at Baroda. And at that time, what happened? Bengali people are not allowed to join the English army, British army. And Jyotirnath Bandyopadhyay actually wants to join the army. And he has a keen interest how they operate this army. He wanted to know how they operate this army, how they operate the weapon, how they can arrange the weapon for the revolution. So he wanted eagerly to join this British army. So he went. He's also a son of Bardhaman, Channa Gram, a small village near Bardhaman. And he from Bardhaman went to UP, and he learned Hindi in very well manner, and then he changed his name from Jyotirnath Bandyopadhyay to he became Jatinder Nath, and he in disguise joined the British army. And in Baroda, Aurobindo Ghosh met Jyotirnath Bandyopadhyay. He then sent him to Bengal to build up a secret organization. And at that time in Kolkata, Charuchandra Bose was another barrister. Barrister P. Sen is also another barrister. They are also very much interested to build up a secret organization, and they also believed in extremist politics rather than this wordy politics of Congress. So there is a build-up of several akhara, that is gymnasium, where the bodybuildings and other exercise are done. But behind that, they are actually given the training regarding how to operate the weapons like lathi khela, and how to operate the guns. Bomb is not there at that time. But then Barin Ghosh came into the action. Barin Ghosh was the younger brother of Aurobindo Ghosh, and then two societies are actually formed. One is called Anushilon Samiti. I have shown you the logo. And another society that is known as Jugantar. And Jugantar is the society made by Barinder Kumar Ghosh, that is he is younger brother of Aurobindo Ghosh. So Jatindranath Bandyopadhyay and Barinder Ghosh both have developed these two societies. And after that, another society again came. But these things are then happening in the Bengal also. The Bengali extremists are then wanted to do a direct fight with the British, and they actually wants the actual freedom. And they believe, like Mazzini and Garibaldi in Italy, they have to build up a army, and with the revolution, with the sacrifice of life, we can earn our freedom. So this was the belief of them at that time. Then Onushan Samiti was the again. I have to tell regarding the details regarding the Onushan Samiti. It was a secret revolutionary society. It is founded in Bengal to aim to free India through armed resistance. Khudiram was the initiate. Actually, initially he was in this group. He was a very small boy, a teenager at that time, 14 years of age. When he joined this Onushan Samiti, and he received the training in regarding arms, how to throw the bombs, and revolutionary philosophy also he learned here. And this Samiti actually emphasized the idea of tag, that is sacrifice and seva, the service to the nation, and which deeply influenced Khudiram. Under their mentorship, he came to believe that individual sacrifice, including violent resistance, was necessary to awaken the mass and challenge the British authority. So at that time, it was a fiery condition of Bengal. Now what happened? Regarding the magistrate in Muzaffarpur, this Douglas Kingsport, he was a very harsh. He was very much ruthless, and he was very cruel to the I think to the freedom fighters of Bengal and also India. He is actually I can't say the word. He was actually known for his harsh judgment against the nationalists. Kingsford actually early sentenced several times the young nationalist harshly for jail. And one time happened that in 1907, Sushil Sen, as a small boy of 14 years of age, he is also a teenager. In Medinipur, what happened in a Swaraj Mela is going there. Swaraj Mela means actually we are believing in the national things and all. There is a movement at that time in 1905, that is separation of Bengal was done in during that time by Lord Curzon. They wanted to weaken the Bengalis unity by divide this Bengal in two parts. One is Assam, Chattogram, and this part, and another part is Odisha and parts of Bihar and Bengal. So there was a resistance to this separation, and this is called Bongo Bhango Andolon. This Bongo Bhango Andolon is going on that time, and Khudiram Bose and Sushil Sen, these people from Medinipur, they were actually very much active at that time. Now, at that time, one journal is published by Jugantar Group, that is called Bonde Mataram. This Bonde Mataram is actually the writings of Aurobindo Ghosh and Bipin Chandra Pal was published in this magazine. And Bipin Chandra Pal was the editor of that group and of that magazine, and Aurobindo Ghosh was the sub-editor. And that case was filed against this Bonde Mataram, and as a editor of this magazine, he was convicted for two months, and it is a decision also taken by this Kingsford, Douglas Kingsford. And then in the outside of this court, all the people, common people, are very much angry with this decision of Kingsport. They are agitated. Now, police was also ready for that part things, and the lathi charges began there at the time. And during that period, Sushil Sen, the boy of 14 years of age, he protested. He attacked one policeman, and he was arrested for that particular work. And again, that case was in the court of Kingsford, and he actually punished him with 15 lashes by cane. And in an open place like a amphitheater, and the boy was taken, and several policemen is there. They are actually beaten the boy with a cane, and every time they hit the boy, he was shouted "Bande Mataram." So this was a very cruel thing at that time, and it was a this event actually made a deep impact among the freedom fighters, and they take a decision. Both the group of Aurobindo Ghosh and group of Jugantar and Umusulan Samiti, they Kingsport. We have to stop Kingsport. We have to kill Kingsport. So the death sentence was declared against him, and they are actually searching who can do this work. Now, this time, what happens? Another thing that is revolutionary, the bomb is actually in the hand of this group, both the Muslim Committee and Jugantor. How? I want to just again share my screen with your permission, sir.
Sure, sure.
Uh, so, these are the three harbingers of Indian rebellion against the empire. I am already told about them. He is very famous, all you know, Aurobindo Ghosh. Later died, he was Rishi Aurobindo. Then his younger brother, Barin Chandra Ghosh. And he is Jyotindranath Bandyopadhyay. And later life, he was famous at the name of Niralambo Swami. Now, please look at this picture. This person is not so famous, but he is the pioneer of bomb in India, in Indian Krantikari struggle. He is Hemchandra Das Kanungo. His birth is 18 August, 4th August 1871. He is an Indian nationalist and a member of National Samiti. He is basically a very, he was a genius actually. He got admitted for completion of his medical degree in Campbell Hospital. Now it is NRS. Now after that he left the course. He wanted to do painting. He was an artist. And 1907, that is 1907, he actually sold all his property, his house, everything, to go to Paris. He wanted to learn how to make the bomb, and he went Paris, and there he made the Russian revolutionaries, and he learned how to make the picric acid bombs there. So he is actually pioneer of making bomb in India. So this is and another thing, the tricolor flag also designed by him. So this is a great man, and he has written a great book, Banglaয় বিপ্লব প্রচেষ্টা, and this person is also very famous, Ullaskar Datta. He is also he has the MSc in chemistry also. He also prepared several bombs in association with Hemchandra Das Kanungo. So this is this duo, Hemchandra Das Kanungo and this Ullaskar Datta are the father of bomb of Indian struggle. They actually prepared three picric acid bombs, which are used to actually there are attempt to kill. First, they wanted to kill the Viceroy of Bengal, Andrew Fraser. They have tried thrice, 3 times they have tried, but all are failed. In 2 times they have tried in Chandanagar and 1 times in Rajnarayanpur near Medinipur district, but all attempts are failed. They sent a book bomb. That is a book. They prepared a book of 1,200 pages, and they kept the bomb in them. And they send it to the house of Kingsport, Douglas Kingsport, to kill him. Now, unluckily, Kingsport did not open that parcel. He kept it in the rack. After that, Alipur bomb case, when the police are searching in his house, it was actually recovered. So they made this bomb. So with the help of this bomb, they wanted to kill Douglas Kingsport. Now the IP, that is the headquarters of police, has also information that these Kantikars wanted to kill Kingsport. So they actually transferred him, giving him promotion from deputy magistrate to magistrate, and he was promoted to Muzaffarpur, a small town in Bihar. And the Krantikaris actually wanted to follow him there also. So Khudiram Bose actually was they have not selected Khudiram Bose. They have first selected two people. One is Prafulla Chandra Chaki. He is from Bogura. Now it is in Bangladesh, near Rangpur. Rangpur is famous for chicken neck, that part. Now actually he is a member of Dhaka অনুশীলন Samiti. Actually, অনুশীলন Samiti has several branches all over Bengal, and Dhaka অনুশীলন Samiti one of the stronger organization at that time. And he was actually selected from Dhaka অনুশীলন Samiti, and then Kanailal Datta of Chandannagar was selected. But at that time, Kanailal Datta was rejected, and in that place, Khudiram Bose was selected, and the selection was done by the Semchandra Das Kanungo because he is a teacher at that time in Medinipur. He actually a teacher of arts. I am told you that he is an artist also. So artistic views there, boom and art, both are going side by side. So he has he has there is an event occurred at that time before the selection, 2 years before the selection. No one was Khudiram was not known figure at that time to this অনুশীলন Samiti or Jugantar group. And at that time, but Khudiram knew that this Hemchandra Das Kanungo is a Krantikari, and he has the power to supply him some gun or any weapon. He wanted to kill the British. So one day, what happens in the chalk? In the chalk, he was actually gossiping with his niece Lolit Mohan Rai. So at that time, this Hemchandra Das Kanungo was passing with his bicycle, and Khudiram Bose actually identified him, and he ran out, and he stopped him. Please, sir, stop here. So he was astonished. With a very small boy of 14 years of age, he is actually asking to stop him. So, what do you want? He asked him. Then Khudiram Bose told him that, sir, I want a revolver. So he was very astonished and also angry. Why you are asking for revolver at this age? You are 13 or 14 years of age, a very small boy. I want to kill the British. So at that time, he realized that this boy has something fire in him. So he's a basically fearless patriotism. This is the signatory term for him. So actually, he was selected. So both the Prafulla Chandra Chaki and Khudiram Bose both are selected for this assassination program of this magistrate Kingsport, and they went to that is called Muzaffarpur. I'm again sharing this screen to show you another person. He is Prafulla Chandra Chaki. And he has take the pseudonym that is Dinesh Chandra Rai at that time. And he is actually his birthday is 10th December 1888. He is just 1 year older than Khudiram Bose. Khudiram Bose had 3rd December 1889. And he is actually associated with Jugantar group and also from the Dhaka অনুশীলন Samiti. So both of them actually went to Muzaffarpur in 1908, 10th or 11th March. The date is not confirmed by any historian. Someone says they went on 10th, some says 11th. And I think 10th or 11th March, they went to Muzaffarpur for collecting the information regarding the activities of that magistrate Kingsport. They want to kill. So they actually they have taken 3 revolvers with them, 36 rounds of bullets, and few money in Indian rupees, and 3 bombs with them. And all the bombs are made by this Hemchandra Das Kanungo. So they took shelter there in a dharmashala that is actually run by Kishori Mohan Bandyopadhyay, Bengali people, and they take a small room, and they are actually keep a vigilance watch on the magistrate Kingsport, and they want to actually see what is the activity of that particular person when he was going to the court, when he was coming from this court, and what is other activity. Now, at that time, Kingsport is also very much skeptical regarding the activities of these Krantikaris. He is also very much, at that time, he is very much scared that anything they can do anything. So his activities were very limited. In the evening, he just went to the court in the evening, in the morning at 9:30, and after 4 p.m., he is coming to his bungalow. I will show you the picture of that bungalow also in Muzaffarpur. And then in the evening at 7:30 with the Piton, he went to the European club. There is a small club there, and he stayed there for 1.5 hour, and then every day at 8:30 he came to his bungalow again. So this is the routine of his overall daily routine. They have actually identified. Now, what to do this assassination? They want to fix the place. The court is not a good place for this assassination because there are so many innocent people are there. They may be killed. So they have decided to do it in the before, just beside the European club. So I want to again show you
Sorry to interrupt, Mrinal Palji. So actually, I had this question too. What went wrong during the assassination? Because the target was someone else, I guess, and someone else got assassinated.
Yeah,
So
target was
what are the events that went wrong during the planning or execution?
Yes, yes. Target was obvious. We are known that it is Douglas Kingsport. That, but I want to share again my screen.
Yeah, you can.
So this is I have taken it from a Bengali book, and this is the book. It is actually published by West Bengal government, Khudiram Bose City Rokha Committee. So this is the authentic book, I think, because it is actually published by the government document, and they have given this picture. This is the bungalow of Kingsport here in Muzaffarpur. Here Kingsport actually says. Now it is an office, and government office. And this is the Dharmashala where they have took the shelter. It is actually run by at that time Kishori Mohan Bandyopadhyay, a Bengali people. And look at this map. So this is the area. This is the main road, and this is the European club. This is European club where every day at about 7:30 p.m. This Bronx Kingsport came here. He enjoys for 1.5 or 2 hours there, and he again goes through this east gate. This east gate. This is the east gate of this particular area. There is a field here. This is a football ground. It is now it is intact in here, and the Piton, actually there is a special type of car. It is run by horses. One coachman and one Swiss is there, and the Piton, with the help of this Piton, he came to this European club, and this Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chandra Chaki are waiting in this area, or just opposite the boundary of this European club. And when at about 8:30, it is 30th April. On 1908, 30th April, at about 8:30 p.m. The Douglas Kingsport Piton was coming in this east gate, and they are waiting there. That is Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chandra Chakis are waiting there, and they threw the bomb. But unfortunately, what happened? They actually threw the bomb in another, not the Piton of this Kingsport. They threw the bomb to the Piton of another person, that is the barrister Pringle Kennedy. That is Barrister Pringle Kennedy. Want to ask anything? So Barrister Pringle Kennedy and his wife and his daughter, that is Kennedy was in. Please unmute yourself, sir. So unfortunately, both are injured at that time. After hitting this bomb, 2 hours after, Miss Kennedy died, and Mrs. Kennedy died in one day after 1st May. So the innocent two European ladies were killed by their mistake. The Piton was basically the Piton was looking just alike. So this mistake was there, and with this mistake, they actually, instead of killing this Kingsport, they have killed two innocent European ladies. So this is the mistake done by them.
Okay. Mrinalji, one question is there from our audience. So the question is, how did Khudiram Bose reacted after his arrest? Did he fear being executed? So that's the question.
Okay. After this attack, Khudiram Bose was
Because considering considering his age, what was
yes,
his reaction would be?
he was just 17 years old at that time, and
Yeah.
after that, he was actually a brave person. He was a brave person, a brave teenager. After the attack, he was very much calm and cool. And then, as per plan, they were get separated. They are going. One is going towards the Waini station. Now it is called Pusa in Bihar, and another is going to the Mokamagat. That is Popular Chandrachaki is going to Mokamagat. They are got separated, and Khudiram walked for at least 30 kilometers barefoot, and he reached Waini railway station at about 8 a.m. in the morning. And he was thirsty and also hungry at that time. He was very much tired also. Now this news of this throwing bomb was everywhere among the police. So two constable was there. One is Fateh Singh and another is Ramdhara Singh. Both they are actually noticed Khudiram Bose, a small boy with barefoot, with dhuti and Punjabi, is coming, and he was actually taking water eagerly in the Nondu's house. The shop was run by Nondu Sawa. It is a shop of sweets, and he was taking water and want some food from him. And they have a very strong suspicion that this may be that boy who have thrown the bone. So they have interrogate him and stop him interrogating. And at that time he wanted to flee, but he cannot. At that time they arrested him, and during this arrest they find that two revolvers with him and the 36 rounds of cartridge and 30 rupees Indian rupees, one timetable of Indian Railway with him, and he was got arrested. And during this arrested, he was actually very calm and cool. He never uttered his name of Popular Chandrachaki because he did not know what is the fate of this Popular Chandrachaki at that time. So no fear in his face or anything. So, so yeah, this is the actually Khudiram Bose actually remains the symbol of fearless patriotism. So he has no any repentance in his face or any fear, anything is in his behavior. So he is actually fearless, and he has actually sacrificed his life for the sake of this country. So anything
Okay,
from you?
so also, if anyone from the audience wants to ask question directly to Mrinal Panji, he is most welcome. So kindly unmute yourself and ask the question. You can even, drop down the question in the chat box like you are doing, but you can even ask directly to Mrinal Panji. So if you have any questions, kindly come, unmute yourself, and then you can ask the question directly. So till then, let me ask you, Mrinal Panji. So do you think, after getting the independence, India kind of undermined the struggles and the sacrifices of these revolutionaries somehow? And what was the main motive behind undermining the contributions of these revolutionaries? And do you think, some people were given much more of an importance and some were subdued?
But Khudiram Bose is very popular. I think
No, no,
he
not
has.
about Khudiram Bose, but do you think, I don't think, Khudiram Bose too has that much of an influence among the people, only a learned people know about Khudiram Bose. I don't see, you know, the name of Khudiram Bose be spoken from the tongues of young kids or young youths. I don't think
He was not in
that
the
much.
history books, sir. That is the
Huh,
main thing. It was not in the
hmm,
history books. We are
huh,
actually reading in regarding the Mughals in the history books. Only thing.
hmm,
Only thing we are starting from class six, 6 standard to 12 standard. We are reading about the Mughals. There is no history of Rasbihari Bose. There is no history of the extremists. Those the Krantikaris. Actually, they have sacrificed their life. Now,
hmm.
what do you say about Rasbihari Bose? One or two lines in the history book regarding Netaji. You get a one paragraph. Regarding
Okay.
Baghajotin, you know only the thing that he's involved in war in the Guriwala. But
Hmm,
Khudiram was very popular. I think every state I have
hmm,
seen several things.
hmm,
There remains a symbol of fearless patriotism. School,
hmm.
colleges, roads, railway stations are named after his across India. His story is a part of the textbook also in some state I have seen.
Not
And
only about
so,
Khudiram Bose, even about Raj Bihari Bose, many we can name many whose contributions
yes.
have been undermined. Like,
Yes, it is. You are very much true, sir. Because we had actually forgot what is actual freedom fighting fighters. Who are the actual freedom fighters? We have forgot that we have an army. We have an INA. We have got an army INA. These people are sacrifice their lives. 130, 35 or 45 people are hanged to death. But we actually have forgot them. We are actually believe in Chorka has beginning the Sadhinata. This is the thing. So that is separate chapter, sir. But
yeah,
Khudiram is very famous. He is
huh,
actually
okay,
symbol for youth patriotism. He is a
okay,
role model actually. And several now you can see their films are making on his life story again, now still now.
hmm,
They are
hmm,
preparing a
hmm.
film.
I
Uh,
guess a movie is coming, right?
he is coming in 20. I have collected that also.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
I have seen. I have shown you. Sorry. So. So that two films,
okay,
Mac Khudiram Bosu is 2017 came,
okay,
and in 2022 Khudiram Bose. It is a Telugu film.
okay, okay.
The films are actually coming up. So
Yeah.
actually, uh, awareness regarding Khudiram Bose is there
Hmm,
among
hmm,
the
hmm,
Indians. We have
hmm,
not
hmm.
totally forgotten.
Yeah, of course, but still, efforts needs to be done for other revolutionaries to be given the credit they deserve.
Yes. They must be paid their homage, their respect. That is,
Hmm,
this is our responsibility. So your
hmm, hmm.
organization also doing that. That is also very good initiation.
Okay. So another question. So from yeah, so do you think the dispensation when the country got freedom was somehow politicized the freedom movement? The dispensation which came up after 1947. Do you think they kind of politicized the freedom movement in order to gain vote
No,
bank,
I have
or
already
was it?
given the answer. I have already given the answer.
Huh,
Your history, actually your history is full of Mughals, nothing
hmm,
else. So you
hmm,
have to rewrite your history. You have to find out who have actually contributed for your freedom fight, freedoms. So whenever you want to identify your actual leaders, then actually the history will be written in a proper way. You have to identify Khudiram Bose, you have to identify Master the Surya Sen, you have to identify Bal Gangadhar Tilak, you have to identify your Savarkar, we have to identify your Rasbihari Bose, and all these people you have to identify. They are actually true patriot in true sense. They actually bring the Sadhinata,
okay.
not with the help of this Balkan. We have to realize the thing. So politicize is the only thing that has happened with our history. So the next generation, unaware of these people, they must be made aware regarding their sacrifice, how they have thought regarding their country,
First.
how they sacrifice for their country, for the freedom of their country.
Yeah, so efforts needs to be made in order to provide, in order to pour the credit they deserve. And uh, and since we are running out of time, so we had a good discussion today. And thank you for enlightening us, Mrinal Palji. I don't think there are more questions that are coming. So thank you so much for coming and enlightening us about the great Khudiram Bose. And we will again requesting everyone to again join us for the another event that we will be hosting another month uh, with another distinguished speaker. So for till then, stay happy and thank you so much again, Mrilalji, for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.